and the other party will say no. But in the end, in the end, if the party is to have a future, it can't be an either-or situation. And I think the takeaway for both parties in this election, which was so close, is that the Republicans also have nothing to be complacent about. Because what the election showed is that while the Democrats' turnout was depressed by various factors and people just didn't show up, 90 million people didn't show up to vote who could have voted. They didn't show up to vote. The Republicans also did not necessarily expand their base either. So, both parties, and so they are stuck with a base that is aging in view of the demographic changes that are coming to the country. So both parties will have to do a real solid think about what it means going forward. Because, Trump took everything backwards in some sense. Okay.
Yeah, the Democrats are in a bit of a pickle because they have literally in the legislature almost no power whatsoever. They can barely obstruct. They don't even have enough people to properly obstruct the way the Republicans did. So, as Sandeep mentioned, there's civil war right now. The big event, I suppose, that was going to shape the coming years for their party is the election of the new head of the DNC, the Democratic National. And your options are a more Bernie Sanders-esque option and a candidate that represents the sort of more traditional, classically liberal thrust of the party. So I think we'll have to see what happens there. In practical terms, it's going to be very difficult for them to make many gains in the congressional elections 2 years from now. But I think that will be a good measure of how successful they have been. I have been encouraged a little bit to see some of, even if they're just gestures, some of the pretty strong statements and sort of resistance, I suppose, Democratic lawmakers have made to these horrific Trump cabinet appointees. But many of these Trump appointees were also voted. A lot of these Democratic legislatures also voted for these Trump appointees to be approved. So, I think we're going to have a real measure of how well they're doing 2 years from now at elections. But I'm not optimistic, really. I think the party's in deep disarray.
Now we open up to some questions. So, can somebody we are just 2 questions. We can just 2 questions, very short questions. Gentleman in the blue shirt.